What's up, gamer peoples? We got PegasusRush in the blue color. This is the round of 8 of the Metaplay Skirmish, number 3 on Extended Edition. He is playing his classic god pick. It is Zeus.
Oh, that's my cue. In the red corner, we have MrBoat on Odin.
Hey, you got him.
And he's got the perfect ox cart placement here. He can hunt,
Wow.
he can get gold, he can get wood, he could get goat, all on this one ox cart. That is value.
Amazing. And actually, he's already used up the Great Hunt. That's why he's got so many goats. 9 goaties.
Nice, and he's collecting 3 more. Got a lot of hunt on this map. Look at that massive patch of caribou.
Oh my goodness. That is a lot for Ghost Lake, actually. Is that 9 caribou? Wow,
Seeing
Peggy.
at least 8, yeah, 9. Wow.
Can just transition into berries after that. Probably secure this TC, to be honest.
Yeah, that's a nice TC.
The gold mine is also fairly nice there. Although, on the EE, Norse got Boxwagger, so might be able to bully that from the other side.
Yeah, but then you'd have to wait until heroic at least for that, right?
Are you going for only 2 people on wood? It'll work out. A bit of a faster advance that way. Oh, that little house placement to block out the Aurochs. Unfortunately, now the drop-off distance is gonna be long.
Yeah, that's a bit annoying.
Yeah, I ended up being on the wrong side of the fence. So from
Peggy
the
hunting. Yep, go on. Sorry.
From the Odin, I think we can expect like some kind of raid and cavalry play here. Map is super open, difficult to wall. Peggy will be needing probably a second TC or a gold star strat, but with how safe those gold mines are and how close they are to the main base of MrBoat, I think this might be one of those fast heroic games, especially with the double medium gold mine at home.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do here.
What were you gonna say? I so rudely interrupted you there.
No, I can't even remember now. Nothing.
Oh no. Tower of Cetus for the relics. And the other one, Eye of Horus, hidden in the side there.
Ooh. So no one's scouted that one yet.
Oh, it's gonna be a Hermes pick from Peggy. I mean, it's a good choice because of the double gold mine. He'll have some tool at least to fight against the frost here. Right, doesn't look like he's interested in grabbing a quick TC.
He's not going to the gold? No, he's only got 2 on gold, so yeah. No TC from that, sorry.
Be 2 prayers though. So centaurs are the order of the day.
Mm-hmm. Valkyries are a good counter to that though.
That is true. Like, you get your early pickoffs, and I guess if you have like 4 centaurs, then you can run around, and it's tough for the Valkyries to catch them. But you get enough Valkyries and raiding cav, and you can kind of surround the centaurs.
Yep. And we see Boat already getting a few Hersier out. Sending them to his forward hunt here or something. Oh, he's picking up that relic. He's getting the Tower of Cestus.
Oh, that's good.
Is it? For Norse?
I mean, it's better than not having it, I guess.
Sure.
But
But he's not in a rush to drop it off, it doesn't look like.
no, I don't think you'll really care for it unless you play against
No.
Athena and you have to actually upgrade the towers. Yeah, the Hermes here just means that it's not going to be a hyper-aggressive game.
No. See the Centaur go in, have a look, and say, nope, I'm out of there. We do see the Jason hurting the Valkyrie here. That's a bit unfortunate. He gets a few hits off there for free. Now
Won't
Jason and
be
the Hearse are
healed
fighting.
for a while.
Nope.
You need like a second Valkyrie, and that's just so expensive. It will happen, but not yet.
Ah, this Hersier as well is going down.
Yeah, a little bit sloppy from MrBoat there. Will take home the relic at least and gets to evacuate with the villagers. The ox cart not so safe though.
No, that could be picked off.
Is Peggy not gonna get Sylvan Lore? Oh, he actually doesn't have the wood, right?
Ooh. Odysseus might pick off that Hersier. He's very weak. And two very low hit point Hersiers now. Yeah, they're going a bit deep. They're chasing too far with these centaurs.
Going after those dwarves now.
He
One
got a
dead.
dwarf. Wow. Did pick up the other relic.
Okay, that is nice. Like, if Odin can somehow get to 3 TCs here, it's gonna be real scary for Zeus to play against. First hoplites are entering the field, and that should be able to siege down these towers. But they are getting upgraded, so the relic will play a role. Amazing.
Yay! I love that when it happens. Alright, this house is going down pretty fast though. The tower upgrades are up, but they're not going to be able to even touch all these heroes and these hoplites sitting under it. But MrBoat coming out to fight this. Might be able to get a pick off on the Jason here.
Definitely the hoplite. Tower will do the job. Mostly. Not really. 11 hit points. Wow.
That extra damage kicking in.
Well, Pegasus have their upgrades for the centaurs, so that's nice. Sylvan Lore. Pretty good on the extended edition, mostly because the centaurs can still two-shot the villagers. Of course, the dwarves will survive that though. And I guess another exception is the Ra villagers with what's that upgrade called again? Suddenly forget.
Skin of the Rhino.
But yeah, regular villagers, gatherers, all that will be two-shot. We got Hippocrates! Yes!
Oh!
Yes! I've been crying about this in Boyd's tournament the whole time, and we finally get it.
Yep, 100 resources, and he heals Jason all the way back up to full health. He heals this hoplite all the way back up to full health, so you're already saving like 350 resources right now, right here. Alright, what's happening with those centaurs? He picked off an Ulfsark. Can take this centaur back and heal it though, like, ooh, the ghost build. Ah.
Oh! Gets whacked with a hammer, but not blocked at least, so gets out of here alive, and that's all that matters when you have Hippocrates. You can keep healing these units up. You can even get Hydras and heal them up at 5 heads.
Oh god.
It's my favorite thing. Not sure we'll see it, probably not, but here's hoping.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah, wow. Very nice.
Well, Scotty is gonna be on the way soon. There's not enough food for MrBoat, but if he just switches off all his production, which he did, and now he's making dwarves, so yep, that will be enough with all the gatherers on the goats there.
Yeah.
Ox carts are hyper efficiently positioned. I really like that.
Yep. Armory up. I want to see him finish this wall, perhaps, on the right-hand side.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you know what? Maybe get shields against these centaurs. That might be kind of nice. Doesn't cost food, so it doesn't delay anything. Centaurs have not been healed, actually. The Hippocrates didn't do his job. But there are like 6 of them, so whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty hard for those Hersier to get in there and do any damage to them. Alright, Hoplites coming in again. They are able to get into that tower there. 2 of them at least.
Wow, the walls don't block anything. Peggy getting some extra pickups as well with those centaur. It's definitely scary for a Norse player, but Skadi is coming in. Pegasus really far away from heroic himself. Gets almost every single throwing axeman though.
Yeah, I guess that's the best target for these centaurs, right?
Absolutely.
Juicy
They also
duck.
get 2-shot.
Wow.
Actually, easier target than the villagers. Insane.
MrBoat finally makes a gate in that wall. He probably should have done that earlier.
Yeah, now the
Or he
tower
could-
will be forced to do all the work. Is enough, apparently.
Now Peggy, what, just walks these injured units back home and heals them up again? Yep, look at that. He's got 3, like, centaurs that are near death gone home. 4 that are near death gone home to get healed
Wow.
up. Look at the value. I hope people are watching this. The power of the healer on EE.
Yeah, I mean, people can argue that you have to skip a villager production time, but I mean, with all the value you get out of it, it's pretty good stuff. I think I disconnected there for a second, but we're back.
Yeah, I think there's a lag spike.
I was just saying that, you know, the Hippocrates does cost like a villager's worth of training time almost. Not quite, but almost. Anyway, you easily pay it back if you keep him under control.
Yeah. Alright, so we've got a hill fort up. We've got Huskars coming out. Ooh, so they've got at least they've got their pierce armor.
That's a good play. Helped a lot against the centaurs, and obviously wrecked the Stooks, so he smashed their skulls.
Yep.
And we got some frost giants, which are much the same. 70% pierce armor. Like, the centaurs aren't gonna do anything there. Got Dionysus, Hail Hydra. Medium hoplites, medium Tuxodes. What else has Peggy got on the way? He's still making centaurs. Right, I'd
Really?
really like to see his Heracles being made. Okay, nice bolt there.
Yep, bolt. Alright, there's the frost. We're gonna see a cease or anything, or is Peggy just gonna wait it out?
I mean, you'll definitely lose a few units. Saves the hoplite at 6 hit points. He could bring up Hippocrates now and heal that nearly dead
Can he heal
hoplite.
it through frost? Can you?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. I would like to actually see Boat put a wall around this army. Like, you could wall up the front and wall up behind them.
That
Like a bit
is
of a sloppy wall,
very
but
true.
yeah, that could be interesting.
Now, here's the bad part about this whole thing.
Uh-huh.
13 villagers have been frozen for Peggy.
Ah, that's good value. Has he got anyone on gold? He's had to move them off food or wood or something to put them on the other gold mine there.
Yes. There's no TCs on the way. Meanwhile, MrBoat is just gonna steal this, cutting off the military academy and archery range. Yeah, that is a great play, and
Yep.
he's got plenty of time to finish it.
Yep, that's a bit of pressure there, because then if we look at the gold situation, I mean, he's still got 3,000, 4,000 gold in base, really. But then where does he go after that? He has to go on the left-hand side.
You know what's crazy to me?
What?
MrBoat is still mining at home. He's about to mine out, but
Wow.
it's been almost 14 minutes. Peggy is actually looking for that. What game sense is this?
Ooh.
He's got a lot more
Scary.
gold at home, but he knows exactly when that mine will go out.
Ouch,
And
ouch, ouch.
he's there within 200 gold. That's insane.
And is he going to micro these centaurs so that, you know, 2 hit on a villager at a time? Yeah, it looks like he's splitting them a bit, so they're all not hitting the same village. There's 2 dwarves dead and 2 villagers dead by the looks of it, so that's big.
It's a great start.
And now he's coming. Boat has to respond to this, I think.
Yeah, he's totally out of position. All these throwing axemen are so slow as well at 4 speed. At least they have heavy
Ugh.
infantry, so that's nice, but I mean, yeah, he needs to be at home. Huskar at 166 hit points, by the way, already. With
Wow.
that good old Odin perk.
The centaurs on the farms. More villagers picked off.
10 villagers dead so far.
Wow.
Really shows. Very soon, I think it will be felt.
Yeah, Boat's not gathering any resources right now. 0 resources. Okay, he's put 25 on gold now. 0 on food, 0 on wood. Okay, he's adjusting it now, but that's a big hit, isn't it?
Oh, it is for sure. Where are the other units? It looks like the Huskar have not been pulled back, but the Hydra is dead. At the cost of some Jarls. Throwing axe are doing great. God, Centaur is formation abusing.
Oh, these Jarls are too slow for this. Oof. No, the Jarls! No, they're too slow. Stop.
They're so tanky, but so slow.
So, look at this Centaur just baiting them around in circles.
no.
Oh, no.
All of them are gonna die. This is insane. That's a huge throw by MrBoat.
Yeah.
Losing
And you know what?
hundreds of resources.
God. Yeah, even though Boat's taken that second TC, he's not actually produced anything from it this whole time. That's an idle TC.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he could be on that gold mine there, to be honest. That's pretty safe for him. Oh, now he is. He's producing now. Good, good, good. Like to see it.
That's exactly what was needed there. Postcard are a great way to tank these centaurs, by the way. And at 5 speed, they can kind of chase a little bit better at least than... Oh my god.
Oh, I didn't even know the hero was coming.
Oh my god. Well, rip army.
Oh my god. Oh no, and he doesn't have enough resources to like repopulate here.
Not in the slightest.
Oh, but he's able to save his dwarves here, which is nice, and pick off a centaur at the same time.
That was not the worst part. Yeah, MrBoat only lost a single dwarf here, so that's okay. He can recover from this.
As long as he doesn't lose too many straggler units here.
I mean, of course, he'll have now Bellerophon to deal with, as well as a Medusa that will instantly grab these frost giants.
Oh no, the poor frost giants. And they've been upgraded as well with the rhyme. But they're going to get insta-killed by the Medusa.
Not a great one against the Medusa, unfortunately. Especially if Peggy gets another, that would be just devastating against a Norse player like this.
Ooh, there's Bellerophon. There's the bronze as well. There's the Medusa. Is he hitting? Yep, he hits the frost giant. There's 2 frost giants dead in about 5 seconds flat. Oh boy. This is very scary for MrBoat.
Forest fire?
Yeah,
on
nice.
his own forest.
I guess at least it protects the people who are retreating, right? Like they can't be chased.
I guess all of that damage actually went on Bellerophon there. So I'm not sure it matters much. That's not a big army though from our Greek player. So you'll have to sort that out, but he's doing his best to gold starve.
Yeah, he's got the tox.
Success.
Yeah, he's got the tox and the myrmidon now on those dwarves on that other gold mine. Ouch.
Of course, when you advance Hera, it's going to be a tough time to get everything going economically. Your armory upgrades are super expensive, your line upgrades are super expensive, but I mean, it helps control the gold mines. And oh, the TC is getting stolen by Peggy there.
Yeah. Big TC still, and there's still all that hunt there if he wants. But yeah, the gold starve now is really going to hurt MrBoat. And if he gets this TC down, yeah, Boat's having to run away with these villagers and dwarves on this location. No, but Peggy's chasing with the centaurs. That's going to be 5 villagers dead. Or 3 villagers, 2 dwarves.
Wow. So many villager kills this game. 17 is what Peggy has done so far. Just go to the town center and he's up 3-1 total. There's really no escape from here.
Now just Peggy needs to switch into siege, I think. And I think he's pretty good from this point forward. He's still on medium tox though. He might need an upgrade on that.
Yeah, it's the thing. It's a bit difficult to afford everything with Hera. The Plenty Vault helps a crazy amount.
Yeah.
Can't understate. It's extra 9 villagers that are fully upgraded. So at this stage, it's more like 20 villagers. Well, not quite, but...
Yeah, I don't think this is a fight that Peggy wants to fight.
No, not against all of those Huskar. Even though there are 6 Myrmidon, it's not gonna be enough to beat all this back.
Maybe it will when the army's split like this, when they're chasing Bellerophons around.
Okay. Yeah, Peggy is doing good with that. I mean, he could also use the Bellerophon to kill the villagers off, because the jump is so powerful.
Okay. Maybe this is a fight Peggy can take. If it's well microed like it was. Okay, he's going to lose the Medusa.
Yeah, Yeah, also the first of the Huskar are among the archers.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, they're getting raids. These Huskar are truly hard counters, and Peggy gets cleaned up. Despite
Damn.
the attempts with the Bellerophon.
Oh, and he's got a surround on the Bellerophon as well if he doesn't have his jump attack. Ooh, he jumped out.
4 hit points
He's
though.
dead.
Ah,
Yep.
yeah.
Where were those Myrmidon? We need to see a few more of them, perhaps.
Right. Actually, Peggy is not making a single one. He is making one. Cancels it. Switches to Hippaspist. Which is fair enough, because Hippaspist actually deals counter damage against throwing axe, whereas the Myrmidons don't.
Ah, okay. It's interesting to know. Oops, MrBoat went a bit too deep there. Alright, hill fort going up now, the second hill fort. So many on this gold mine, but only 6 dwarves, the rest are villagers.
Yeah,
He's
the
lost so
gather
many
rates
dwarves.
are going to be drastically different there. So we're talking about 0.99 gather rate on the gatherer. The dwarf, meanwhile, does 1.2. So, yeah, pretty much
Wow.
a 30% difference, guys.
Wow, crazy. And how our eco up? So we've got pickaxe, hand axe, hunting dogs, husbandry, plow, and winter harvest from our Odin player. Whereas if we look at Peggy, he's got the bow saw, he's got the shaft mine, the plow, husbandry, hunting dog. So slightly better in his gold and wood sort of gather rates, especially when the Odin is not using the dwarves on the gold mine.
Also, finally has heavy infantry. That's such an important upgrade here to make sure those Hippaspists can do something.
Yeah.
Yeah, big army of throwing axe is just terrifying for them.
Is this a second Hydra?
Yes, actually, Peggy made that.
At a third hill fort going up, he really wants to secure this gold. I think that's a good choice. And he gets his second TC up again. Different second TC this time, but Peggy's grabbing his 4th town center.
Oh, man. That's crazy. Let's see if he actually gets 45 TCs as well. He just started it now. Tower upgrades also beginning. Only thing that Peggy doesn't have right now, I think, is a fortress. Would be nice to see a few helipolis.
Yeah. Oh, look at the tower on the left-hand side on the wood line of red.
Abuse. It's abuse.
Abuse.
Nice little Bermuda Triangle as well.
All right, this fight here. Who does it favor? It looks in favor of the Odin player here, perhaps.
It's totally winnable if, once again, the Huskar go after the Toxotes, which more or less they are. Right now,
Jarl are on
target
them,
Jason.
Yeah.
Hydra
Plus, he's got
doesn't
the hill fort fire. Sorry.
The Hydra doesn't seem to be able to do much. Gets a second head, but yeah, it's just been a giant tank this whole time. The Odin army is super good here.
So strong.
You know what, Danny? If MrBoat can go Mythic somehow, and he can set up in front of this town center from Peggy, I think he can siege it down with Ballista.
Ballista! It's not something you see too often in 1v1s.
No, let's hope he doesn't go for Ragnarok though, because these Hippaspists are now champion. I don't think they would care.
MrBoat as well pushing this town centre population relic to its limit as well. Lucky he picked that one up. It's much nicer than Peggy having it and being on 188 pop.
That would be so bad.
Alright, another hill fort going up here, a nice aggressive hill fort. These Jarls are so tough to deal with. Is he switching into hoplites or anything? He's not, he's still making Hippaspis.
He's making mass archery ranges actually behind this. So I think there's a really good chance for MrBoat to come out of this ahead still. Especially while there's absolutely no... Oh my god, it's tier.
Oh.
We might see some actual wolf raid in this game, as MrBoat has had 100 favor this whole time. He's moving on to the next gold mine now. And population-wise, doing okay as well, but maybe that was too many Hippaspists in the front lines now.
Yeah, because they're only... Yeah, he's... yeah, Odin's picked up the copper shields, but he doesn't have the copper mail yet for these Hippaspis, and they're only medium Jarls. Maybe they're a bit weak against these champion. I know they're not a counter, but they're still champion, aren't they? Bit of Paspis, I mean. He needs to pull back and wait till he gets full pop again. Even Peggy's not on full pop yet.
No, when he is going to be full pop, that will be absolutely terrifying though. These units are starting to have their armory upgrades. Peggy's economy has finally gotten to a point where he's happy with things. And yeah, the Tuxodis are heavy now as well, doing so much damage to these Yaws. They're tanky, but they're pretty slow at dishing out damage themselves. Bellerophon raiding too.
The Bellerophon on this gold mine is brutal. Good micro there by Peggy on these villagers. Peggy continuing to fight under 2 hill forts though. I think that's going to cost him like this fight. Alright, there's the tier.
The Yars could pull back and they could get some healing done that way. But yeah, we've got the Fimbulwinter Wolves and that is going to do a ton of damage. Peggy's villagers should be falling rapidly. But he did garrison. Actually, the wolf spawned on all 4 TCs. And Peggy's out of gold mines. He's only got 1 gold mine left in the entire map. There's no trade. The Yaws have cleaned up.
He hasn't started his trade route? Oh no.
He might actually lose that town center at 500 hit points. Oh, it's all good.
Wow. Meanwhile, he's still flooding units into this area. Both players pretty low on resources. Like, this is a very expensive continual fighting, isn't it? Like, fighting losing units from both players here. They're both down to about the same pop. They're both on 120 pop, so Peggy is not getting the advantage from his 4 TCs.
Not in the slightest. He's maxed out on villagers, but does he have the income he needs? I mean, here come all of the villagers from the other side of the map. If somehow MrBoat can get on top of those, his Bellerophon's almost dead as well. So I think there's a chance here to actually go starve Peggy.
Yeah, even if you put a tower or a hill fort behind that wood line there, can you imagine that? Like, Peggy would have to come around and get rid of anything you build up behind there if he wants to mine this gold mine. Or you could just fight it straight on like this, perhaps. Even better.
I kind of like what MrBoat is doing here. Just go after the villagers. They're essential right now. There's not that many Myrmidons standing. This is terrifying for Peggy. He has to pull back.
Yeah.
Making a market now, well, it's a little late. Yeah, MrBoat does not have to commit. Just pull back. Make that army as big as possible. No need to lose units to the fortress.
Alright. How are we going to start to see the siege from MrBoat? He hasn't got any siege queued up yet. He's still got like... Oh, he's building another hill fort. Oh, that's a nice hill fort. Boat will need to think about his own gold situation. He's got 2,500 gold left, so he might have to start a trade route soon.
There are a ton of Hoskala in production, and overall the composition has been pretty good. I'd like to see some Boxwagger, to be honest, to add to this army. What are the Myrmidons really gonna do about that? They have only 28% pierce armor. But yeah, on EE, the Myrmidons are also buffed. 174 hit points with the champion upgrade, just like Fnatic.
Alright, how are the armory ups? Boat is still only on his copper shields, copper weapon. And basically same with Peggy, he's got the copper mail, copper shields. Both players really feeling the pinch of the gold. Can't get any of their sort of armory ups yet.
Also would love to see a portable ram or 2 on Pegasus's side TC here at only 520 health. He never got to repair that. But the caravans have started up, so we got a small little cute trade here.
Cute trade, yeah. I see them dropping off 23 gold.
That is definitely cute.
Another hill fort from MrBoat here, but this hill fort falls so fast!
Yeah.
These champion Myrmidons, they just crazy shred through the Norse buildings.
180 population for Pegasus. That is exactly where he needed to be. I'm really glad for him that he pulled back like that, but now his Myrmidons are being pulled and the throwing axemen are doing work. Race around on the Toxotes, but there is another Hydra to defend their honor.
Yeah, he's spending his favor well, this Peggy. Whereas Boat is not spending his favor. Have we seen any more wolves? Did we see a wolf go raid?
I don't see a single wolf, and he's not
No.
making the Frost Giants either, which is actually a really good addition to this kind of army. Of course, you could say that Peggy can just make Medusa, which is absolutely true. Oh, double hill fort this time, and quite a big army still. MrBoat might be able to save himself. This goldman only had 182 gold, so no need to go back there. I hope he realizes that.
Yeah, why are you going back there, Bo? No need. But now what's he going to do about gold? He hasn't set up a trade like Peggy has. Oh, he's going back. He's desperate for that last 89 gold. Oh, no.
Villagers are helping to fight, but not all of them are actually attacking. The armory upgrades are not that great for Norse that they can outlast this fight in population terms. Ay, ay, ay. Peggy reinforcing this super hard. Making 3 Myrmidons at a time, making 5 Toxotes at a time. He's not gonna have any problems here. Murdering those villagers now.
Peggy making 2 towers here, but the gold mine's finished, so not sure that this secures much here.
He killed off over 50 villagers this game.
Wow. Damn. MrBoat down to 76 pop, and I assume, yeah, and 58 of his villagers, so... Yeah, these Myrmidon now are just going to come through and wreck.
Myrmidons are all the siege that Peggy needs, apparently.
Yep.
Well, from here on, really, if he just plants down the fortress in front of one of these TCs, it should be enough, I think. That's the last hill fort for the Norse player. Not sure where they're gonna get the resources from, as that trade route is the worst I've ever seen.
You don't like a 0 gold trade route?
I don't. I also don't like the 4 gold trade route. Yeah. MrBoat is fired. Pegasus is taking him out right now.
Alright, Peggy's making that forward fortress like you said. Oh, and there's Tox on his wood line here. He doesn't have an ox cart on this wood line. He's... Yeah. 2 towers as well from Peggy here. This is just securing the game, I think. I don't think there's much coming back from this. How many villages has the Norse player lost now? I see him losing about 10 more right now.
63 plus.
Oh boy.
That is pretty bad. Peggy is starting to make some patrol blocks. He's really playing this a safe way. That's from the other side, actually. And he's getting guard towers, so yeah, this game is super over. MrBoat is toast. Mr. Toast.
Mr. Toast.
A good attempt, though. I mean, he fought back pretty good there. For a moment, it looked like he had a chance, but Peggy just sitting back and getting that 180 population. Honestly, that was perfect by him. Oh, we've got another PegasusRush. He's still blue, but he's back to China. Playing as Fushi.
Yep. And in the red corner, we've got our MrBoat playing Odin again. He is allowed to play Odin again because he hasn't won with them yet. We see him instant use his great hunt on that big patch of deer there.
That is a great hunt for sure.
Yeah, it is. Nice. And then straight onto the cranes if you wanted to. Or you could just go to the boars.
Wow, that Ovsak also gets the jackpot.
Yeah,
did he 4 piggies off the bat.
Did he steal them from blue? We can already see 4 relics revealed as well. We've got blue crystal shard for our wood and gold gather rate. Trios bow for archers, ballista, and Cairo ballista have more range in line of sight, and very nice for the Chinese.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
Khopesh of Horus. Heroes do more damage to myth units. That could be nice for either player as well. And Osberg Wagon for our better caravans for the trade route.
That's the best relic in the game. It's definitely very late that it comes into play, but once it does come into play, it's so nasty. It means that you can basically cut like 6-7 caravans from your economy. That is as good as Eye of Horus at least. Plus you get them cheaper.
Yeah. It is very nice. I think it's very much a deathmatch player thing though, to look at that relic and go, ooh, juicy. Whereas Supremacy players are probably like, eh.
Yeah. We've actually had to nerf it in the end. That's how prevalent it's got. And people just make caravan and don't even bother getting gold. So, yeah. Not a problem in this Supremacy game, at least. Got a gold mine very close to the main for MrBoat. Should be easy enough to secure. But again, when you're dealing with Fushi, you've got that great flood to think about. And securing yourself against that, the best way you can really do it is you are the attacker and you are in multiple locations with a split army. Then you just can't be hit with a great value single strike.
Yeah, for sure. But it's also hard to predict when it's going to come, right? Like.
Oh yeah. Yeah, when the Chinese player just gets in your base with their entire army, then you have to defend. Otherwise, they'll kill you. And that's usually a good time to cast that power. Maybe you can force them to cast it on themselves, then they'll also die.
Alright, we see Boat throwing up his temple with 2 Ulfsarks here. He's already got the food to go up. But our Peggy player is already almost 50% Huang Di. So he's going to be up a good 30 seconds before MrBoat, even more.
Wow. Okay, that is a very late advance for our Norse player. Or rather, a very quick one for Peggy, actually. He must have put his focus almost completely on the hunt there. And now he's getting so much gold that I have to think this is a TC build. But where's the wood for it? Only 4 people in wood. Is that going to be enough for a TC? Maybe.
He's already got 200, hasn't he? So it's not too bad.
I guess it's enough. Oh, no, he's putting down the War Academy. So I guess a bit of bullying first, and then we talk about the TC.
And he does his goats here straight away. So he's got goats and pigs fattening up nicely. Not that you'll need them for a very long time here, I don't think.
Yeah, this isn't great. MrBoat just needs that Valkyrie so bad to break out of here, but the Immortal is already here. 2 Immortals, 3 Immortals. Oh my goodness, he made all 4.
Wow. Yeah, MrBoat, like, desperate to get these longhouses up, get some production out.
Well, I mean, Fushi could technically chain more Immortals, so I lied when I said all of them. He could make all 8. Is it a good idea? Probably not. You got too many villagers doing that. But I guess if you're on 2 TC and you've made all your vills anyway, then you can consider it in Classic.
Yep. But at the moment, it looks like he's going the sort of more pure Halberdier and the 4 Immortal route. Got a relic. He did pick up the Blue Crystal Shard, but he's not taking it back yet. Oof, just pushing the Odin off all this hunt, though, is massive.
Yeah, that should not be happening. There was no second wall. MrBoat didn't try to make one behind the one that he already had either. And yeah, that is a big army being duplicated by PegasusRush. Call to Arms is a strong god power.
Yeah, super strong. So much siege potential here with the Halberdiers and the Terracotta Warriors. So MrBoat is getting his watchtower upgrade, it's 80% up, but he's going to lose this watchtower in the front here anyway.
Good job getting rid of the houses real quick there. And now the temple is actually getting threatened more or less, but that should be repairable. MrBoat actually gets that relic somehow. Not sure how that happened.
He was the one that picked it up.
Oh, okay. There goes the TC pickup. Trios bone. Now I really hope that Peggy gets that, because it makes Fire Lancers completely insane.
Yeah. But I can't believe he's been able to make such a giant army already and then have 2 TCs off the back of it. Like, it's super strong here.
Yeah, I mean, all he really did was make, what, 7 halberdiers? Yes, 7 halberdiers. That's all you need for 11. Because you duplicate them. So it's pretty cheap.
Yeah, it looks just so scary and imposing, doesn't it?
I know, right? It's terrifying how big that army is. And they're actually medium as well, so... Peggy is putting a bit of an Oranos play there. Pressure and boom at the same time.
Yeah, very nice.
Totally fair. Not really. Yeah, I'm not sure how MrBoat is gonna hold the gold mine. I mean, good work with the tower. Good work with keeping the units alive, but there's still a lot to go. And he's still not back on the hunt after all this time.
Yeah, he could switch to the other side there and get some hunt now. He's only got 1 on food. I guess he's only making throwing axemen, so it's okay. And he's only making dwarves, so that's okay. For now.
Yeah, it's kind of sorting everything out, but it's not ideal.
No,
Valkyrie trying to find damage, but there is an immortal at home. Not a big deal at all. Forest Fire also hasn't been used so far.
Oh, Valkyrie's dying here to the immortal.
Need to turn that thing around.
Yikes. Yikes.
I think MrBoat for a second there considered making the TC, but it looks like it's just a wall off. Doesn't secure any gold mines with this, so I'm not sure I love it. But
It's got the hunt though, it's got... Yeah. It's got 3 hippos there and a nice patch of deer, so... It's got hunt from it, I guess, but yeah, that gold mine, 300 gold left.
I like the upgrades for the Norse economy though. It's a little bit
pickaxe, husbandry, hunting dogs, yeah, for sure. Peggy went all the food upgrades. He's on pigs? Why isn't he hunting? I guess he's got the domestication, so it's okay. MrBoat taking a TC. But meanwhile, his base is getting a bit shredded.
Ouchies, that definitely hurts. I like that he's grabbing this middle TC though, because it sort of secures the gold mine, especially with some extra walling. MrBoat certainly has the resources to think about that.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that's
so
quite
good.
defendable now.
It's so well timed out as well. I mean, okay, his base is getting torn to pieces. He's losing all the houses, but at least he's got a gold mine, right?
Yeah. Alright, Peggy's just clicked up Zongquay. What does Zongquay give us? Is that the Geyser guy?
It's the uproot guy. So
Ah.
he'll be able to destroy all these longhouses if they're being remade in the front. Or maybe you just go to the main, you know, and you destroy all the houses there. That's actually pretty insane. It's a mini earthquake if you get to target it on the houses.
Yeah, it's really nice. Really OP.
Now, the correct way to use it would be distract by starting a fight at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Then the Norse army won't be at home to help.
Yeah. Same as when you place the Tartarian gate. You pull all the army out, and then bam! Gate in your face.
10 seconds out. There's no one there to scout for it. Might not use it on the houses, to be honest, but maybe you use it on the longhouse and temple. I don't know.
Yeah, but the whole army's there, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
and the TC. Or maybe he's saved. Oh no, I see a Chukonu coming in.
Okay, on the
Yep.
houses, so that will completely population block MrBoat here. And he's got an attack at the same time on the TC.
Oh
Whoa.
boy. Oh man. Like, what do you do here? I mean, all these houses are dead anyway. Do you just let it happen? Like, oof.
Well, some of them are saved.
Yeah,
The TC
yeah.
fire has been pretty potent there. And
Yeah.
the units helped.
And this TC might survive. The throwing axemen are coming back. He's only got like, hasn't got heaps of units here. He hasn't got heaps of siege, that's for sure. He's got like 3 halberdiers.
You're
Okay,
right.
and the TC survives. Well played by MrBoat.
It still has to be repaired, so I'm really glad he's doing that because Great Flood is coming. It will happen.
No.
And
No,
if
how
the
far off
TC
is it?
he just started going up to Mythic.
Oh no.
Now the one play here is you get in that TC as soon as he's Mythic. Hopefully you don't eat the wave. If you
No,
can
but
garrison, you're safe.
Look at all his units currently though, like all those dwarves. How many dwarves here? 15 dwarves, his entire army, villages, town centre, like that's a perfectly lined up Great Flood currently.
Yeah, especially if MrBoat is gonna be on the offensive. I mean, Peggy is gonna be more than happy to pull this army back right now. Get it out in the open, start the fight. Those villagers are the perfect bait. Oh my goodness. If he
Yeah.
starts a fight right now, he's got enough time, I think, to kind of poke, go back, come back again. Yeah, this is great for Peggy.
Uh-huh.
As bad as it looks, that forest fire does hurt, but
Yeah, that's nice. But it's all part of Peggy's plan here. He's baiting you in.
solid plan for sure. 83% Mythic. Oh, the Scotty is in. I don't think you freeze this army though, it's too tiny.
No, yeah, definitely. Kind of wish you could freeze your own army in this situation and save yourself from Great Flood.
That's not a bad idea.
Alright, there it is. Is it coming straight down or is he gonna do something else with it?
Wow. Well, the dragon has a pretty strong start here, melting the entire infantry army. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, he's repaired his TC all the way back up to full health. Nice.
That's solid.
Oh, and the frost on the Azure Dragon as well. What's going on? What's Peggy's plan here?
I'm not sure. I mean, he's only making True Canoe, and they're getting pretty countered by the raiding cap there. It's gonna be
Yeah.
more too. Yeah, I'm not loving his army composition, that's for sure. We should have had heavy barracks units by now. Should have a bunch of halberdiers, should have a bunch of cataphracts, but none of that is happening. There's actually no castle either. He's just free TCs and that's it. So maybe Peggy is gonna fall behind after all, and we might see Norse late game here. Pushing forward with the hill fort. Will
Yeah.
be great to see actually the... Oh my god.
Ooh, I was gonna say, is that just asking for a Great Flood though? Like,
Well, I guess the time has come. A lot of villagers are gonna be flooded away.
He's on
Peggy
50
also killing
villages.
some of his own units though.
yeah. I guess MrBoat's has he only lost 2 villages this whole game? Am I reading that right, or is that wrong?
You are correct. 2 kills
Ah.
each.
That's surprising to me. I thought maybe Peggy had got more picks.
Well, it looks like 4 of those villagers survived at like essentially 0 health. 1 health on 3 of them.
And the TC survived in the end thanks to the repairing. There's the frost.
It's also a good frost. I mean, this is gonna give an opportunity to MrBoat. Maybe get that hill fort going after all, but he actually doesn't have the gold right now. At least he's got the gold mines.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like the good proportion of the gold mines are on this left side of the map. Like 4 of them or so on the left side. 2 on the right side though.
Not that Peggy has a problem getting his own going.
No. Ah, missed it. Yeah, go on. What are you saying?
This hill fort is so aggressively placed. I'm not sure it's gonna come up. Maybe got
Look at all these frost giants.
Oh, that's a lot more cav than I thought. So you're right, you're right. The frost giants and the cav together, more than enough to push this back. Okay.
With the rhyme. But MrBoat is making Ulfsarks. He's got Ulfsarks on auto queue from this TC here,
What?
just to get these buildings back up, I guess. Like, but yeah, it means he's not producing villages.
Yeah, he's kind of fallen behind in every economic aspect. The castle is out, and that's gonna be a little sitting tiger
Ooh.
push with that tiny
Ooh.
little wall.
Yep.
Perfect box. Can the counter damage happen though? I mean, that's a lot of frost giants. They have a little bit of crush damage to them. So it should be just as good. Right, MrBoat really cannot afford to lose his main TC. I mean, Peggy has all the eco he's gonna need now. Okay, 45 TC as well. And there's the sitting tiger shutting away at that TC. Sentry towers being made. No tower upgrade just yet for Peggy, but no doubt soon coming in. Almost all of the heavy raiders have been killed though.
Yeah, but the frost giant's still doing a lot of work. I think he's only picked off one frost giant so far. Man, but yeah, this sitting tiger, oh, look, that TC's almost down already. Like, it's very scary. How does MrBoat respond to that?
It's doing some cute counter damage, but it doesn't really get anything done. I mean, Peggy just remakes the units and he's okay. It's not a favorable fight for him, but I mean, he's getting a TC, he's got the houses next. He can even build this TC up if he wants to, so...
Oh, yeah, you're right. It's very scary.
I really like his position overall. It's okay to lose an inefficient fight when you're that far ahead. And
Yeah, this is
it
more
looks
of
like
a
he's done
distraction.
losing.
Yep, all the frost giants are dead now, so it's just the RC and a couple of Ulfsarks, which are pretty meaningless in this fight.
PC cover is gonna be nice.
Peggy taking that town center now.
Oh. He's just flexing.
Yeah, and the sitting tiger's still like, no. Boy, Boat, pull some villagers off this wood line and deal with this sitting tiger, please. It shouldn't be happening. This is a completely exposed sitting tiger.
Unfortunately, not a single heavy raider attempted to go home or anything like that. And once Peggy gets 4 45 TCs, this is really gonna be over. He's got 45 TC done now. 180 population coming in soon, TM.
Right, so Peggy's army at this front might be stopped, but it's at the cost of a TC. So, not the greatest trade in the world, I don't think, for Boat. And he's getting another castle up on this location as well.
Although that does look killable, especially with all these Huskarl and raiding Cav destroying the True Canoe.
Yeah.
I don't think it gets much done in the grand scheme of things.
No.
Peggy's advantage is still absolutely crazy.
Okay, so Boat is 20% up Boulder. But there's also a castle being built on the TC he's going up through, and the sitting tiger is not far behind. I could hear him somewhere. Oh no, the raiding cav are on the sitting tiger now.
Oh,
That's
nice.
dealt with. Finally.
So Balder might actually finish here.
Yeah. Yep, there's nothing else here to threaten it, I don't think. Except for these few halberdier, which aren't going to do too much.
So in the end, all that Boat will need is getting out as many Huskarl as he can to take care of the archers. He should be good to go. The funny thing is there are so many Chukanu now that they are able to fight the host god.
Yeah, and their champion as well. Another sitting tiger here behind the castle on the front line. Alright, almost 80% boulder. But MrBoat is on 60 villagers or so it's not going to be the biggest rag in the world.
No, you might be able to make a few fire giants. Wait, is that the last temple? MrBoat does not have a temple, so he doesn't even get the fire giant.
He was trying to get one up, but the immortal came in, I guess, and stopped that. Oh no.
Absolute
Boat.
immortal. Well, all in. Here we go. Hero of Ragnarok. It's the end of the world. Let's make something happen.
Yeah, he's still on less score than Peggy, which is never a good sign if you're casting your Ragnarok and your score is still lower than your opponent's.
They might be able to destroy the town center. And on the other side, it looks like it's enough to kill the army, but I don't think there's enough after that to do the damage again. Peggy still has a good amount of resources. He's making some medium cataphracts at the moment, getting the heavy upgrade for them as well. Oh wow, they die fast.
Maybe because these are heroes and not infantry, right? So cataphracts actually accounted to this?
Yeah, they do get the bonus damage.
Okay, okay.
But actually it's a smaller bonus than they get against normal infantry, so. Maybe they're not the best choice for it. Well, Peggy does lose the former main TC of MrBoat.
Yep. But he does have 3 villages that he snuck down there.
Ah, what's the plan there? Just chop the trees.
Right. He's going to get this other town center. But he might lose a few heroes to this Chukanu ball.
We got the heavy cataphracts. 177 population to 120. It'll be a tough one for Pegasus, especially because he's having a tough time affording all of these cataphracts, but once he gets them, he should be okay.
Yep, they're starting to flood in now. Alright, he's taking this TC with the last of his resources, basically.
Oh no. Isn't even making dwarfs, by the way, at home. Not that he could afford them or anything.
Yeah, so this is completely all in. Why bother taking a TC if this is completely all in?
I am not sure, really. Maybe he's hoping to do enough damage.
I'd prefer to see a temple and fire giants here with all the gold you've got.
Ah, don't attack the War Academy.
No.
Just giving Peggy so much time.
Yeah. Get his tower upgrades, get his champion horses. Peggy is a bit gold starved though, isn't he?
Absolutely is. So good job by MrBoat actually getting that sorted out. There's actually no gold mine that Peggy could take, because there's line of sight on pretty much every single one. Nice. Taking a direct fight now. The hero count is getting lower, 41 now. Still enough to kill a TC, but it's fortified and there's towers around, so I don't know. It's not gonna be easy. Peggy's still on 53 villagers. He can kind of make this work, I think.
Yeah, he just needs to be trading his food and wood for gold. Alright, the heroes might be going for this more exposed TC, or they're just going for a villager raid.
I guess they both can kill enough villagers. Maybe this is fine.
He needs to be making villagers of his own now. Oh, he is. He's making dwarfs now.
He's
okay,
got all
good.
5 villagers.
Yep.
To start. But fire giants would have been so useful, like you said, against
Yeah.
these cataphracts. Like, by now, we would be looking at like 4 fire giants. And those would be able to deal, I think, with the cataphracts just fine. Going to the next gold mine now is MrBoat.
Yeah. I'm actually surprised by how effective this Ragnarok is. Maybe that's China's weakness.
It certainly is, because people don't like to make cataphract. You have to
Yeah.
really be prepared here. You have to have walls and all that stuff. None of those things were checked by Peggy. And that might be the godly rate he needed.
That's massive raid, isn't it?
They'll be dropping like flies.
Look at that carnage.
64 villagers have been killed by MrBoat and counting.
Wow.
He might be getting this done. Peggy of 42 population, he might just tap out of frustration. It's easy for us to see how many villagers there have been made. Not so much for Peggy.
Yeah. And MrBoat's, he's got the score lead now. It's crazy.
Even gets those reinforced units. By the way, there are no armory upgrades on these cataphracts, so that plays a huge role against the Heroes of Ragnarok with such a huge attack there. Definitely want to get the armor upgrades.
I'm surprised Peggy wasn't getting the armory upgrades when he sort of had the eco advantage. He did have a lot of resources at one point. But okay, it is.
Oh,
it
the
is.
little hero raid is gonna get the villagers again. There's so
Yep.
many weak ones there. They have to run.
But imagine a fire giant here! Oof!
That would have been something else. Oh, MrBoat has the first villager on wood now.
Oh, yay.
An entire villager. Imagine that. Okay, is that too many cataphracts now to take on? 23 heroes still versus 9 cataphracts. With a little regen, this is doable.
Yeah, it looks like, I don't know if that heavy raider was made before or after the rag hit. Has he started making heavy raiders in the mix now?
Should not be able to afford them. Actually, you know what? The tempo could be cancelled. To get more dwarfs out.
Oh, is he? Oh, he just did it, right?
Wow. I see the future.
And then he's building the temple again.
Oh.
But it's probably a good thing. He can get 2 fire giants now. Ooh,
Yes.
it's juicy.
That's the play for sure.
Oh, you just have to wait. Oh, man. Imagine, like, oh, you'd be so keen for these fire giants to pop out, and they're just so slow.
Gotta be careful not to get caught with those heroes there. But yeah, the fire giants are being made, and the Ragnarok heroes have healed up with this little raid group, killing villagers again. Peggy has to run. He can't make enough units.
Yeah, this gold starve is real. Taking that TC has actually been really profitable for him because it cuts off Pegasus's path down to the gold mines on the left.
There are
He's the fire
currently
giant.
29 Norse workers.
Wow. Wow. Someone in chat is asking if he has full armory. Basically, the answer is no. He's got bronze shields and copper weapons, and that is it.
Versus nothing on Pegasus' side.
Versus nothing.
He's taking down the armor. He knows exactly what he needs to do here.
Yeah, it's definitely intentional. Oh, these cataphracts are still falling. Oh no, the immortals are popping out though. Protect!
Oh.
Protect!
I think, Danny, those heroes engaged a little bit too much there.
Yeah.
That was not the best fight, but maybe they can go after those villagers while the fire giant picks up a bunch of the retreating cataphracts. And there are now 3 fire giants, so if they can be kept alive, that's great.
Then the fire giants to the villagers, yes. Yes, it's
Oh,
happening.
this might be
It's
the moment.
happening. Oh.
It hits the villagers, but they don't get hit that much. That last rolling boulder, though, damaging them so heavily. And there's another fire giant on the other side.
Oh, the
This
fire
is gonna
giant,
be
come
the
on.
one.
Micro it, yes, yes. 3 more.
It's a pretty
Lost
good
a fire
start.
giant there though. To pick off these immortals. Just pick off the weak 2 at the back.
Yeah, I mean, the fire giants are doing their work, but Pegasus is more or less recovered. Now, the only advantage for our Odin player is that there's the inherent upgrade for hunting from Odin, and that these dwarves are gathering gold real fast. But that gold mine on the right side is about to expire. Let's see if the Norse army can make something back. The hill fort is coming in. I really don't like the throwing axemen. What's that for?
I don't like the Ulfsarks. What are they for?
I guess they needed to build with something. Fair enough.
Yeah.
But hopefully that stops, because
Yeah.
the cataphracts are gonna shred this. Raiding Cav is the play for sure.
Boyd thinks Fuxi might need a buff.
True.
Eesh. Another fire giant falling.
And that will be one more now. Hillfort almost totally surrounded by units, and it can't shoot in such close proximity. Unlucky.
I think these immortals just need to be targeted down, and then the rest of the army should fall pretty easily.
Oh, one is dead. Another is being targeted by the Hillfort. That
Good,
should be
good.
it.
Another one.
Oh, there's one more at full health.
Yeah. They just
Not
keep
easy.
coming. He's only producing from one... Oh no, he's got 2 barracks working now. Oof, but this fire giant is dead as well.
Pegasus is pumping 3 cataphracts at a time. Definitely putting in as much work as he possibly can, but there are enough raiders now to defend the hill fort. Also, Jarl being made. Great stuff. That should beat these pretty hard.
MrBoat has stopped making dwarves on his top TC.
I think he's at the dwarf limit, Danny.
Oh, he's got 40.
dwarves. Got him.
Well, that's fair. I'll excuse that then.
he's allowed to stop, I guess.
Yes.
Well, gold mine for Pegasus is still going, but not for much longer. At some point, Peggy will have to think about trade. At 120 population, he doesn't have a lot of choice here, but he is missing houses currently. 2 houses missing.
Yeah, and that's definitely something he could afford. He's getting a castle up on that top TC of boats, so that's going to be another sitting tiger push.
Oh.
Oh, his dwarves are getting raided by some cataphracts on that gold mine down there.
That's okay, they don't do that much damage.
No, they don't.
You can lose a few dwarves, I guess. There's a third TC back from MrBoat.
Yep.
Heavy mounted archers are entering the fray as well. Still no upgrades for the armory for PegasusRush. And yeah, he's dealing with all these heavy cav. It's not gonna be easy. Oh, that's a lot of mounted archers, damn.
Okay, so how do you counter this as Norse? Fire giants?
Fire giants would be the way, but with so many heroes, I'm not sure that's possible. 6 immortals right now.
Wow. Oh, and a fire giant spawns behind the mounted archers, though. That's helpful. They take a lot of damage.
That's also a really good place to spawn, because these guys were so clumped up. But yeah, now they're going after the raiders and the Jarls, and they're just a little bit too much. Also, these guys are only 2 populations, so you can have a huge army of Chinese cavalry, and they're very strong. PegasusRush back to 70 villagers, and I think he's gonna run away with this game now, especially after he starts the sitting tiger push again with the wall in.
Yeah. I think like you need towers or something here to counter this mass cavalry. Towers with crenellations. Oof, they're on the dwarves as well.
I like the Huskar though. I mean, that's gonna help a lot against the mounted archers, not so much against the cataphracts though. Dwarves greater than mounted archers? Question mark.
Question mark. Yes. Oh, the champion cav has come through.
Uh-oh. Angry little men with kitchen knives. OP.
Right, so Peggy has finished that gold mine that he was on, but he's snuck another gold mine on this left-hand side, which seems pretty safe for now. I don't think Red knows about it. Or he doesn't know that Peggy's on it.
Oh, sitting tigers here.
Oops. Goodbye, TC.
So the Norse army is a little bit sad and pathetic. I'm not sure they can outproduce this. There are so many units being made by Pegasus at the same time. It should be good to go.
Yeah, especially with Boat's got 12 on farms, but he doesn't have any plow or anything, and it's dwarves on farms, so
Oh,
yeah.
that's not great, because he actually has the gatherers to do that job, but isn't actually
they're on the
tasking
board.
those.
Oosh, look at his population fall. Oh boy.
Many dwarves will be killed here. Pegasus up to 21 villager kills and growing. Total kills are still heavily in favor of MrBoat, but I mean, he sacrificed his entire economy to get that Ragnarok and now has almost nothing left on gold, lost the TC. That should be it.
Yeah. This looks like kind of what was happening 15 minutes ago before the rag hit. But this time he doesn't have rag to save him.
There is no hope for the hopeless.
GGs. Well played. That was an interesting game.
Not one we get very often with the Ragnarok actually being so close. Actually, we don't get a whole lot of games with Ragnarok, period, but it was good to have one.
Yeah, this was a lot closer than I was expecting. Like, the Chinese was not ready for this rag.
We want to thank our MetaPlace website subscribers. Your contribution helps us keep hosting events. As we reach higher subscription goals, we can increase the prize pools of the events we host. Check out our subscription page using the link in the description. And remember to collect your perks. We will see you the next time.